Episode 549. Sarah and Susie here.
We have the giggles.
Bad.
I didn't. In fact, I was like meh, whatevs.
Ah.
And then I started talking to Susie. And now it's Giggle Fest.
I can't. It's been
2021.
like this for me for about 2 weeks or so. I just don't know.
2 weeks of the giggles?
Yes.
That's
and
the best
I don't know
ever.
what it is, and it feels like I felt in elementary school, and I hope it never stops.
Oh my gosh. What kind of things tickle your funny bone the most lately?
Sarah, I was even laughing about, I mean, it's not funny that Willard Scott died. I know that. But do you know Willard Scott, the former weatherman from like the Today Show or whatever show that was?
Willard Scott.
He was like
It
a
sounds
big,
so
bald
familiar.
guy.
I know this. But I'm turning into my mother more and more as the days go on. And now it's basically just charades in reverse.
Yeah.
When I think of somebody's name.
Well, Willard Scott was this weatherman on the Today Show, but he became famous on the show for wishing people happy birthday once they hit 100.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes. And it was always sponsored by Smuckers. With a name like
Yes.
Smuckers, it has to be good, which is the most ridiculous slogan ever. But my friend Val just was cracking me up
What?
about
That
Willard
makes
Scott.
total sense.
Why?
With a name like Smuckers, it has to be good.
I
Because
feel like the
Smuckers
opposite
makes
is
you
true.
go like...
No.
Yes!
Somebody said to me, well, that's because it's such a bad name. They are saying, like, with a name like Smuckers.
Is this like Chalotsky's funny name serious sandwich?
Maybe. Because it depends on how he say it. Because it's like saying, oh, my favorite jam is called Poop. With a name like Poop, it has to be good.
No way. Smuckers is like this. Smuckers is like the sound, the description of licking your lips because it's tasty.
Come on, that's their last
Guaranteed.
name. It's a family business.
No way.
It's the Smucker family.
Is it?
I don't know.
You're okay.
It has to be.
Okay. Well,
You think it's like an onomatopoeia?
Yes.
Okay, let me look.
And I've been
really
thinking about this a lot because I was thinking about how much I love bananas but hate the word. And also, the word yogurt is the worst.
Well, the CEO is named Mark Smucker, so I think I've been
God
proven
damn.
right here.
You are.
You were
Once
giving
again.
them too much credit.
I really was.
They're
What's
just
wrong
using
with
their
me?
family name and then being like,
Smuckers. Well, if it doesn't live up to your name theory, I
right,
don't know.
that I will give you. I will give you that.
So, that was the real point I was trying to make here.
Point taken. But my friend Val was talking about how when Willard Scott would do these shout outs, like they would have a picture of this person who, is over 100 years old. And
I know this.
And Willard would always be so nice, and he'd be like, wishing Beulah from Virginia a happy 105th birthday. Beautiful Beulah. And then they put her picture up, and it was like this person that is barely alive. And it's just,
Tiny woman in the big wheelchair. The arms up.
and it's the meanest thing, but I could not quit laughing. Because it's so true. And also the name Beulah is funny. It's just, I can't take it.
And they're often posed next to a cake.
Yes.
I
With
do
that
know
hat that they force them to wear,
Yes.
the party hat.
Oh my God, that is really funny.
Thank you. I'm glad you're
That
embracing
tickles
this.
like you're just extra. Maybe you're just making me laugh a lot today. Oh gosh.
Well, I just hope this giggles situation never stops because I'm so happy to be laughing again.
Well, good. That's
Yes.
that's. I mean, way better than the alternative.
That is for sure.
Yes,
I was getting too serious. So that's over, everyone, okay?
Yeah,
that's over.
That's good.
Thank you.
Is it what happened when I was there and because somebody said that you're the serious one or something like that? Or you're...
Oh, my gosh.
What
yeah,
was
when
the comment?
Adam said that I am serious and quiet.
Serious and quiet. She's like, oh, I'll
Hold
show
on.
you serious and
Yeah.
quiet.
Have we met? But I thought maybe
gosh.
he's right, because maybe I'm just believing in this view of myself that is no longer true. So I got to bring her back. I got to bring the giggle girl
I like
back.
this. Good.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
well, I feel like the first story that I have for you today, some of the things that like I feel like maybe not giggly Susie would be super excited about this.
Okay, let's
but
hear
I
it.
feel like regular or giggly Susie is going to be like, okay, but maybe not because of who wrote it.
Okay.
Or who did it. So I watched a really cute video by A.J. Jacobs, the guy who wrote
Love
A Year of
him.
Living Biblically, right? You love
Yes.
him.
Yeah.
And, he also did, you talked to us on here about when he thanked everybody involved in the coffee making process.
Yes.
Can you give me a reminder of what that was like? Didn't it take wasn't it like a bajillion people that ended up
Yes.
having to be thanked?
Yes, he wanted to show gratitude, I guess, for his morning coffee, but it took him down this path of just like all the people it takes to get his cup of coffee in the morning. And then I think he did like the grocery store and then the grower of the beans, and it kept going on and on and on and on.
Yeah, a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's really cute, and he's really I like how
very
he talks
sweet.
too.
Yeah.
He does. He's really sweet. And I guess when you do A Year of Living Biblically, you don't come out an asshole.
No, right, yes. He came
Probably.
out better, I think.
So he did a video on the history of the coffee cup lid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which you wouldn't think. It's like one of those simple things.
Yeah.
Okay, before I even get into this, because I feel like this is almost where in the week this thought process started. Mm-hmm. So I was looking at this story probably like 2 weeks ago, actually, for last week's episode. And the year that this invention was really like as we know it
Okay.
was patented
I'm pouring my tea.
was way sooner than I would have ever guessed in 1 million years.
Oh. You
So
mean
that
more
was-
recent?
More recent, yes,
Okay.
that's the better way to say that. I'm getting ahead of myself because the next thought just blows my mind because I can't get over it.
Oh, my.
I am reading our book club pick from last month because you guys were all talking about how good it is, the Sapiens book.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, we've only been humans for 1 second. Not even.
True.
It's Susie, everyone, guys.
Attention.
I mean, I don't have the book in front of me because I don't have this information. Like this was not what I wanted to talk about. But this is just I think about this. This kind of started my whole thought process of here we think we know so much shit. Mm-hmm. We've been I'm sitting here looking at the things on my desk. I've got a little plant and a vase, and it's oh, look at that! Isn't that cute? Human me who put some plants in a little vase. You just learned how to do that 2 seconds ago.
Yes.
in the big human, and
Yeah, we're
we're
big. We're little babies.
We're little teachers. We know nothing.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Nothing. It's crazy, really. Mm-hmm. That book is blowing my mind.
Yeah, it is shocking. The Sapiens book is a brief history of humankind, and every page you're just huh.
Right.
Right? It is so mysterious and wonderful.
It's
Literally wonderful.
Yeah. I love it. Okay, that was an aside. Because I just had to think about the years. Because we get familiar with stuff and we're oh yeah, this has been around forever. Coffee cup lid. We drink coffee every day.
Well,
nope.
I know that. Hydration has been around forever, but freaking liquid IV is almost brand new.
We are inventing new things to hydrate you at 3 times the amount of regular water all the time.
It's amazing.
Golly.
Liquid IV is essential. This is my view now. I keep proselytizing liquid
That
IV
does
to my
seem
friends.
like something for the future and necessary.
Yeah, because if you have a cup of water and you just pour a little packet of liquid IV in it, you hydrate yourself 2 to 3 times faster. So it's great for like, if you have a little bit too much to drink or if you want to...
on the go.
Yeah, if you're coming back from the gym or you're picking your kids up from school or whatever, and they have watermelon and strawberry. Camping's a great one. Good idea. Travel in general also. But it tastes great. They have so many different flavors. Now, I just tried the yellow cherry, and I really liked it.
I don't know about yellow cherry.
That was a brand new one. I was like, heck yeah, I got to try that.
Well, now I want to like mix them together and make like a fruit cocktail.
I know. You're always coming up with like recipes.
I know. I'm thinking of them as we speak. My mint is growing out of control. So I'm like, okay, watermelon, ice, mint, crush it all together in the blender. Boom. You got yourself a refreshing afternoon, like, because it's freaking 94 degrees out here. I know it's like fall, but like for real. And now I need to be hydrated more than ever. Continue.
Grab your Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use our code CANDY at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order when you get better hydration today using promo code CANDY at liquidiv.com. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So when you're getting dehydrated with some coffee, what year do you think the coffee cup lid, we'll go at 2 stage, like, because there were different, of course, different like evolutions.
Yeah,
but like
I don't know,
the coffee cup lid that we know, that we use, like that you
see,
standard solo cup lid.
They
didn't
say
say
like
the name.
72. I don't know.
70, that's a very good guess. 1984.
That is crazy.
I know. That's like when I was born, practically.
Yes.
You were alive.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it couldn't have been after I was born.
Couldn't have been.
How is that true?
Okay. So let me go through the history of the coffee cup lid, which I didn't know. It's one of those things that's like teeny tiny that you don't think. It's very simple, but there's a lot of engineering that goes into it. Like there are people who are coffee cup engineers, which kind of makes sense. I know. That's what I was like, oh, this is kind of like interesting, because at first I was dismissive of like, what's the big deal about coffee cups? But that's always the best history of. So
that's true.
So the problem, the great thing about the travel lid is you can take the coffee on the go. The problem is that, like, the thing that we lose is all of the ability to savor coffee, which is like the best part of coffee. So
wait a minute, I don't know what you mean, because I'm not a coffee drinker. But what do you mean by savor?
Oh, I didn't. Okay, you're right. I have to kind of like, all coffee drinkers out there are like, yes, I totally know.
For real?
Like. Yeah. Okay. So with coffee, it's like one of those. It's a full. Oh my God! I'm like giving Susie like a coffee ASMR right now. Okay, coffee is like if you like coffee, a very like full sensory experience where you get like the aromas. It smells really good. It's kind of like tea, where it's like hot, and you can put your hands on the cup.
It's kind of like wine. Where, like, you don't want to just chug it.
Right. You want to sip it. You want to smell it. There are different notes to it. People are, like, snobby about it. They're like, I'm not a crazy coffee snob, but I don't want to call anybody out. But my brother has one of those things that measures, like, the exact temperature. And, it pours at a certain, like, speed. Like, you can't over... Jesus. It's one of those, like, coffee... People who are coffee people know what
like a decanter type of deal
I'm talking about. It's it's like for tea too. It like pours at the right speed so that you don't burn the coffee or whatever the heck you do. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm fine with instant coffee. It doesn't matter. I do appreciate a good coffee. Don't get me wrong. When it's good, it's like wine. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Right. But I'm not like, ugh, I can't drink this.
Yeah, you're not picky.
No, I'm not picky. I like take it. Okay, so there are a whole bunch of different things you have to consider. So, like, there's depression for the nose, so you can appreciate the aroma. There's, and it also is like, so your nose can like fit in there. There's a raised rim so that it doesn't splash. There's even a vocabulary that goes with this whole lid design. like peripheral skirts.
Come on.
Yes. Press-in dimples. Slush factor, which I still don't know what that is. I think that's like the backs, or no, slosh factor. Maybe it's slosh factor.
Okay.
I just can't read my writing.
And you're saying that's like backwash.
I think so. They didn't explain, but I kind of like, use my own judgment. And then fragrance outlets. That's like little.
Get the heck out of here.
Yeah. So in 1984 was when the solo lid, like the lid as we know it, was invented. But the very first coffee lid, or the first patent for it, was in 1934 with a lid that didn't snap all the way on. Or didn't snap on at all. Which to me is like, well, then what the fuck is the point?
Yeah, it's like a prank lid. That sounds dangerous.
It's a prank lid. It's a go nowhere lid. It's a keep the flies out lid. It's a coaster on top. Who got the patent for a coaster on top of a? Right. What a dick.
Yeah.
Did we have to pay that guy?
Right?
Oh God, that's funny. Okay, I didn't even think that was about that, but that's hilarious.
Well, so you're telling me before 1984, like in 1983, people were just wandering around with lidless coffee. Is that what we're doing here?
Well, listen. They were from 1950 to 1984 was a really confusing time for coffee drinkers. Yeah. Maybe dangerous time for burns.
Yeah.
Definitely like burnt lips and tongue. Oh, the worst, because they did have a snap-on lid, but it didn't have an opening.
Oh my God.
What kind of fools?
Right. So every time you wanted to sip, you had to take the lid off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And, like, why wouldn't you come up, like, that's such, I feel like it was, I feel like if you would have given a woman that in 2 seconds, they would have been like, yeah, you need to put a hole in it.
Yeah, she would have been like, what
did
is
we
this,
have
Tupperware?
bottles?
Yeah. Right.
She would have looked at, she would have been like, what can I think of that could be an inspiration for this that I use all the time?
Yeah.
Men were at the time were maybe not using those same tools.
Yeah, right.
That's actually a point that I'm joking about, but really
but it's true.
Like want to make, and like I think is probably true. Because, like, shouldn't we have thought about that, like, really easy, like, put a hole in it? And even, like, the hole at the very top of the coffee cup lid, that lets the steam out and it prevents suction, that wasn't invented until 1984.
Okay.
Like, it took engineering to invent that.
Boy.
Like a team.
That is bonkers. Do you feel like their lack of coffee made it harder for them to create it? Because, like, they were under-caffeinated?
Stop.
It was like a cyclical problem.
They were stuck at home.
If only I had coffee right now.
That's it. Oh, God. And then they had to stop. Yeah, work wasn't getting done as fast. These are the kind of things where it's like, it sped us up, but are we happy about this?
Yeah, right. Right. No.
Yeah, my brother says the same thing about the invention of plastic. That
really?
It was like such a great invention and wonderful and helps us in so many ways, but also
that's plastic. How the internet is. That's how everything is.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
Susie, I'm telling you, I'm reading this book and then it's just like, trying not to think about, and then the book says that we basically have 1,000 years left. I
think that is stretching it.
Oh my God! I was having this conversation the other day with Barry, and I was like, we need to, because somebody else was, I think I was listening to some professor or somebody speak on how it's narcissistic for us and kind of like shows about how egocentric humans are to think that the world will end in our lifetime. Because it's like, okay, like, okay, in your lifetime, it's going to like happen now. But now I'm not so sure about that.
Well, and it's not even necessarily that I think it will end. It just will be a world I wouldn't even want to live in.
Oh my God. Death is the world.
Which is worse, I think.
Susie.
Yeah.
Susie. This is, I'm glad that you bring the giggles on here. And that we can
only.
laugh, and that because it's important, because sometimes I go down I'm going to like look for articles on like, what to talk about, what would be interesting this week. Mm-hmm. And then you like start clicking on a few things, and my internet loves to give me animal stories, probably because we talk about penis snakes all the time. And so I have like a whole bunch of animal facts, and I swear every other article, it was like, one was an article about how there are two species. I didn't save this one because then it made me sad, but I'll tell you anyway what I remember. So you can be sad too. There are like two species of tuna that are off the endangered species list. And I was like, great, that's the headline. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to read it. Thanks, National Geographic. You're so wonderful. And then it gets down there and it goes, but...
Because they're extinct?
They've come back, but since they've come back...
The good news is they're not endangered. The bad news is it's because they're extinct.
2/3 of marine life is going to be all extinct in the next 40 years.
Oh, no.
It was like, enjoy them while you can, because bye-bye.
All of them?
Well, not all, but
2/3
2/3 seems like...
Probably all the delicious ones.
Oh, yeah, the delicious ones. They did say that the good news is that what is it? Like, when they limit the number of fish you can catch, there's a name for that. Mm-hmm. So people who watch that Big Tuna or whatever show.
Big Tuna. Is that what it's
probably
called?
not called Big Tuna. What's it called?
It's probably called like Fish Wars or
Fish Wars. It is called Fish Wars. I bet it is something like that. Big Tuna or Fish Wars. Either one. One's on History Channel. One's on A&E. I'm sure. But that works, and the population is coming up. So those things are nice.
Yeah.
And, yeah. None of these were things I meant to talk about. You just got me down a hole, because what were we talking about?
I think we were about to talk about third love.
Oh, now there's an invention I can get behind.
Right?
Because you know what? Women were in charge of these.
Well, right.
Taking care of our boobies.
And finally, we get to wear comfy, durable, beautiful bras and undies.
I'm in the market for a new one.
Yes. Well, you're in luck because they have a new seamless collection called Form, so they're even more comfortable. Oh. Limitless stretch in case they grow. And no, I'm just joking. Or in case you grow, I guess. Endless comfort, and it just like disappears under your clothes. So it's really seamless, and you can wear it under stuff and not have all that visibility. They have washable silk pajamas, which I highly recommend. It's just a great company, and all the clothes are so comfortable and supportive. They have more than 80 sizes, and they know, Third Love knows you deserve to feel comfortable and confident 24/7. So right now they're offering our listeners 20% off your first order. Go to thirdlove.com/brain now to find your perfect fitting bra and get 20% off your first purchase. That's thirdlove.com/brain for 20% off today, and you will not be sorry. Trust me on that.
I love silk pajamas.
I know. You love a good pair of jammies. I know that about you.
I know. I do have
especially
some that are
washable.
That is hard to find. Mm-hmm. I only know one other company that sells it, and they are way more expensive.
Way overpriced, yeah.
Way overpriced. Yeah, but that's, another story.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about, I do need new bed sheets. I'm in the market for that. I got a new... now I'm just talking about my own life here, not anything that I read. I'm just thinking out loud.
What else do you need, Sarah?
I'm like, what else do I need?
What if you get out your grocery list?
That. Oh, yeah. Because I love my Brooklyn sheets so much. You know what I did? I sewed them to make the king-size ones fit the queen.
Well, that's very cool.
I
love that.
Yeah, it's not difficult. You can do that, by the way. If you get or you find ones, or you have another bed and you want to resize it, you just use, who's calling me? Somebody's calling me right now and I'm on airplane mode. What the hell? Decline. Get out here.
Is it someone you know?
No. It's like somebody who's not even in my saved phones. But I did get a new phone. Again, I'm just talking about my life now. And so I don't have any numbers saved.
What is wrong with you?
No, Suze. I do have numbers saved. Like, I have people who have been there, like the OG people and everything. But anybody who was added with my new phone, because I told you that my screen went, like, all of a sudden went dark, because freaking Apple does that shit, I swear. My screen all of a sudden went dark, and then they couldn't transfer the data. I still have to do this shit. All my phone, all my videos, all my photos. I have so much stuff on that old phone. Oh,
that's
so many
stressful.
things to do.
See, this is what we were saying. Like, in one way, it helps our life, and another way, it complicates it.
It really does. Man, you know what else I was thinking about? Is how you have to dedicate actual time to clearing out. You do this very well. And you're like not a person who has clutter. And you also, I feel like, don't have digital clutter, do you?
No, I hate that.
Okay, I am like just learning about this thing that is digital clutter. Because I'm like, wait a sec. I keep having about every 2 years to buy more data because
my God.
Like, nope. I see this trick. I've got like videos from a million years ago. I'm going to have to set aside actual time I'm sure there's an app or something like this. If you guys know how to do this or know of a certain, can you like, DM me or like at me or whatever you do, like send me a message and shit. This is just like a call to action now.
What do you want them to help you with?
Like how to find those like files that are taking up a bunch of space that like are nothing that I really don't need. Like I don't need like files from like grad school and shit that are like,
Yeah. If you go in iCloud, it'll tell
articles.
you what's in there and you'll see what's taking up all that space.
Okay. And what do you do with the photos? What's your digital plan?
I upload them to a photo site and then I print the ones I like and then I store the ones I don't.
Store the ones. How do you store them?
I just leave them. I upload them all to the site and then I order ones that I like, and otherwise they just are organized there by album.
Oh, so they're like all on the photo site and they live there. That's like holding them all. Oh, look at you. Okay.
Yeah.
This is very smart. See, these are like, it's interesting. Like, you could be good at being a person in some categories, but other ways, like, just like learn as you go, man.
Well, everything in life, don't you think, is, two sides of the same coin. Because the reason I'm like that is because I have anxiety. And if I didn't handle this all, I would probably be in the psych ward. You know what I mean?
Now, I also have anxiety.
Do you?
No, okay. No, I have...
No.
I don't know. I do. I don't know. I went because I do. It's got to be more ADHD. It's that because it's like when that's tamed, then because like I like took both of my doses yesterday and I crushed the to-do list.
Okay.
Which also, little side note, because like I'm always big with my clients and like with myself. I try to watch words are important. You and I talk about this all the time.
Yes,
Suze.
Words mean things.
Words mean things. How you say things, what you say, totally means things. So I always wrote on my quote unquote to-do list to do at the top of the list.
Okay.
And I thought for a sec, I was like, I wonder if that has something to do with it. What if I like just changed that and wrote finish?
Ooh.
I think it's changed things. I don't know if it's placebo effect. I'll take it if it is.
Sure.
Whatevs. I'm like fine with that. So like, I just think those little tiny things, like when it's just changing little shit like that.
It can be helpful. I see that.
It can be helpful. So, like...
You got to find your own system.
Yeah. So I feel like... And then in grad school, we used to make lists, what we called to-da lists, that were stuff that we already finished.
You would call it
like,
that?
Well, like, it was like... we're like, it's like a to-da, like instead of like a to-do list, it'd be like to-da list.
I mean, it's
like,
real cute.
Yeah. These are things, listen, we're in grad school for therapy and we're working with clients to like, increase like happiness and work on depression and things like that. You come up with these things and you use these things and sometimes, gosh darn it, you make yourself a sticker chart.
I think that's nice.
I know.
A to-do list is very cute, and I'm sure a lot of
It is
people will
cute.
say they're going to start doing that.
Yes. Okay. What else do I want to talk about? That's like
Well,
actual
you were still
stuff and
talking
not
about
just
the
stories from
coffee
my life.
lid. Did we finish that?
Yeah. I mean, I told you a little bit. I told you that from 1950 was when we had like, basically it was like the Wild West of coffee lids. Snap on
it
with
really
no
was.
opening. What were they doing? Oh, I guess I could say this. This is really interesting. I got to give you all the facts. You're right. Good thing you kept me in line here. 7-Eleven was the first to sell coffee on the go.
Nice. Good for them.
And we did, I didn't like, it's interesting to me that 7-Eleven came before Snap-on coffee lids.
My God, that's what I mean. They were just freewheeling, like taking those things in their hand, like crazy
I love
lunatics.
That. I'm gonna put this together. Like this will actually be one of those things that I say I'm gonna do because I'll put it on my finish list because I've been better at that lately. But I want to play that game again. We did this a long time ago in an episode of which came first.
Yes,
like the inventions. Like the one I still can't get over that I like tell people all the time. And once I told people when I was in a crowd and needed like a icebreaker because I was having terrible social anxiety. So I guess I do have anxiety. And they were like not fucking impressed. They were like, okay, whatever.
With what?
The fact that I was going to tell you, don't worry, I'm getting to that. Which was invented first, the paperclip or the Swiss Army knife?
Oh, and you said it was the knife?
Yeah.
And they didn't care. They
were
thought
like,
that was
okay.
reasonable.
And I was like, but like, wouldn't you think it's like, come on, paperclip. It's like just a little piece of metal.
Truly, it does seem like the paperclip would have come just after paper.
It's like, clearly this is not my audience.
Right.
Golly. I remember that was with a group of friends. I was hanging out with my friend's friends, and this friend is no longer a friend of mine because of our very different, I don't even want to say beliefs.
Like
because,
ideology? Worldview?
Yeah, ideology about Black Lives Matter.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. So my social anxiety was like, I was clearly playing to the, like, everything was not good about this. Okay,
Right.
What am I writing down? I'm writing down that I'm going to do the which came first game.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a fun game.
And then I'll get back. Look at that.
Yeah,
okay,
it
writing
seems
in
like
them.
it would have gone like paper, printing press, paperclip.
Right. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Like right, like back to back to back.
Speaking of which, I have paper and printing press. My aunt gave me these 4 antique leather journals from Italy.
Ooh, that's
that are
fun.
like, yeah,
they
really
written
cool. No.
Ooh, okay.
I know. Blank and like ready to go. And then it says like, genuine Italian leather on it. So it's like new enough to say genuine Italian leather, but written in like oldie times. So it's probably from like the 70s or something like that.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. If you were to put those up on Poshmark or something like that, what do you think? What would you pay for one of those bad boys?
How big are they? Like a piece of paper size?
A little bit smaller, like a journal size.
Dang.
Like 8 by...
I'd have to do some research on eBay.
Yeah, it seems like research on eBay, she says. That's very good. Okay,
Yeah.
well, while you're doing research on eBay, I'll tell people about, this is interesting.
Is it more or less
What?
interesting than stamps.com?
Well,
Less.
debatable. Tell me about stamps.com first and we'll see.
Stamps.com is what everyone should be using to print out their postage so they don't
I
have
used
to
it
go
just
to the-
yesterday.
Isn't it great?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Because I try. It does save a shit ton of money. They probably won't like that I just said shit, but whatever. We can bleep that out.
I think
It saves
okay.
you a lot of money.
It sure does. And I just sent out a bunch of packages to our book club members because we had a giveaway with a bunch of books and stuff. And every time I print, I'm like, that was so great.
Yes.
You can send packages or letters, anything you want, anywhere you want. And like Sarah said, it can get up to 40% off post office rates and up to 66% off UPS shipping rates because you can do both. And sometimes they'll be like, hey, you should try UPS or vice versa. Whatever will save you money. So there you go. Time and money are saved. What more do you want? Stop wasting time going to the post office and go to Stamps.com instead. There's no risk. And with our promo code BRAINCANDY, you get a special offer. It includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in Brain Candy, would you? That's Stamps.com, promo code BRAIN CANDY.
Yes. So easy.
Right. So easy.
Just pick it up. Boom.
Super
you don't have to go anywhere. Because now I live somewhere where the post office is hella far away.
Yeah, see?
Like,
not
way
convenient.
far. I ain't going there. Okay. So now I'm going to tell you a whole bunch of facts or interesting things about rattlesnakes.
Oh, no. Okay.
I know it sounds like creepy, spooky, because like this is what happens when, again, you research penis snakes one time, and now a bunch of snake stuff come up. But this was I feel like, you know, interesting, and like maybe it's because I live in an area where there are a lot of rattlesnakes. Thank goodness I
Yeah.
haven't seen any recently. The temperature is getting higher right
I don't
now.
think you were upset enough about the time you did see one.
Because they're kind of normal here. And after reading this article on them, the articles tried to say that they, like, the person who was writing this, I was like, who wrote this? A rattlesnake?
Yeah, right.
The article tried to say rattlesnakes are really polite because they warn
That
you
does
before.
sound like it was written
I was
by a
like, a rattlesnake wrote this. Come on. Okay. But there was a study that was done that came out on August 19th, actually, that was looking at the sound that a rattle makes. First of all, some gross stuff about a rattle that's going to definitely give you the heebie-jeebies. But maybe this is like exposure therapy, so you're welcome. Because it is
by the
helping
way,
me.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
What?
I cannot confirm this to be true,
What?
but
Oh, I
somebody
love
told
this.
me that heebie-jeebies has racist origins.
It does sound like it could.
Everything sounds like it could.
Yeah, and if it's like it sounds, I'm sure
We need
we're
to
gonna
look
have to
that
look
up.
that up. Yeah,
Anyway.
somebody else told me that about the word spooky, but then we
Out of here.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Yep. There's a
Gosh
whole
darn
bunch
it.
of stuff that, you know what? This again, we're gonna have to put a pin in the rattlesnake thing.
Okay.
But I as somebody who now more openly identifies as witchy. I have to say
Yeah.
witchy and put the E on the end so it doesn't sound like I'm crazy when I say like I'm a witch. But
Yeah,
really
true.
call it what you want. Spells, prayers, it's all intentions, it's all the same shit. It's just whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I feel like when I go to the store, to the craft store, the Halloween store, whatever, and they have like witch themed stuff as Halloween decorations, it makes it seem like it's phony baloney. And I feel like this is once again the patriarchy trying to take the power away from women. And as soon as witch stuff started getting popular again, they were like, oh, we got to remind people that this is just fun for Halloween and just people getting dressed up and cosplay and stuff like that. But actually it's really not, because really it's just like the study of like the natural world and how you can have, power with intention over kind of creating it to be what you want.
So you feel like by infantilizing it and making it sort of like cartoony, then they're disenfranchising witches.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting take.
Just to take.
Yeah.
I feel like I thought about it because I was like, this is stuff that I have up year round, and not just because like
Yeah.
I'm like regular, like just like it does seem like we're you know what it is? It's stuff like tarot cards and a lot of like fortune teller, like psychic stuff, like psychic readings. This year's theme were heavy. And don't get me wrong, I fucking love that shit. But I almost wanted to like, it's like they're making, I don't know, it just feels kind of weird. Because it's like, yeah, I have the real one of these at home.
A real one of what?
Whatever it is.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Like
I mean,
the
I don't have like
cauldron.
a cauldron, but like I have like but like something that is used in place of something like that.
Yeah, and you have like the spell book.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they have like those, but they're like made out of plaster. And I'm like, I might get a real one. And mine's fucking cool.
It is cool. It's very pretty, actually.
Yeah. I've got a couple now.
I think this
yes.
is, not a mainstream opinion that you have, but I like that you're planting seeds here.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
which is all witches really do.
Right.
Plant some seeds.
And then
There you
stir them
go.
up and curse people.
And then nobody's cursing anyone over
I'm
here.
just joking. I know. Yours are all nice. You're a good witch.
Yeah, mine are
Yeah.
all nice. I will. Sometimes you have to be. It's like that careful what you wish for thing. You got to be like specific with the words. Or
We
else
should
you
make
end
merch
up-
that says "Be careful what you witch for."
That's going to go on the doodle for October. Okay,
Yes.
writing that down. Be careful what you... Nobody's come up with that. Which for. Okay, that is so stinking cute. I can't even take it. Susie,
Love it.
that is... Okay, Okay, now nobody pull a fucking Dunbar and steal our book idea that we're
Nobody
just
pull-
coming up. Nobody Dunbar right now.
Yes.
So this is so cute. That's the name of the book, and it's about a little witch, and that means that and that's kind of like her karma lesson. It's like we're teaching the lesson of do unto others, or like put good out there.
I love it.
And she wishes for something, and that's it.
That's
And-
actually really clever because we always talk
I
about
know.
that. Yeah.
Suze,
I love it.
We need a character. We need a lesson. I love a good theme, and I love a witch, and that would be. I would draw such a freaking stinking cute one. I can already see it, and she'd be like a little baby witch. Ah, we just wrote.
cute.
We just wrote. There you go. Boom. Sorry, don't you say we just need a title? Be careful what you wish for.
Yes.
Title halfway. It's
Halfway
half
done. Yep.
Yep. Lincoln will somehow make it better because he does.
Aw,
and-
I hope so.
Yeah,
That's
he
nice.
will. Okay. Oh my God, I'm so excited. This has been all over the place. Well, I haven't even gotten to rattlesnake facts, which I
Okay,
feel like
go ahead. I'm sorry.
which people would really love. So this article, this study that came out on August 19th, it was talking about how the human ear hears rattlesnakes totally different than every other animal. Isn't that interesting?
Human ear. Really?
Yes. Yes. And that made me there's a bunch of other questions that we can branch off and ask from that, which they didn't in the article. Then it why do snakes even rattle to begin with?
Yeah.
So they were theorizing. Some of the theories are that there are, and this one I'm like, come on. There are so many animals that eat, apparently there are tons of animals that eat snakes. They set up
Good.
cameras and were watching rattlesnakes. And now that makes me think that that's why we had the surplus of rattlesnakes in the neighborhood that I lived in Coto de Caza, because they just got rid of a couple of the
predators.
animals. They were like, we don't need whatever. And gophers are probably fucking...
Gophers.
I'm sure. Look at those big ass teeth on them. Do gophers
my
eat
God.
snakes?
I don't know, but I would have thought it would be
I feel like it's
reversed.
the other way around, but every now and then you probably
Yeah.
get a gopher who's like, come at me, bro.
Yeah. What about
No.
coyotes do, yeah? I'm just
Coyotes
guessing. I have no
definitely do.
idea.
Oh, coyotes. That's a big one. You put the house in there, you clear out the coyotes,
Yeah.
the snakes go, oh. Smart. Think bigger prey, Sarah, or predators. Yes, I didn't even think that because I never see. Yes, good point. For sure that.
But you're saying that when those rattlers
Okay,
rattle,
yes.
that those predators hear something else?
So they hear the same thing, but they hear it at a different pitch. And so what happens is rattlesnakes do this thing where they speed up the rattle when they're closer to the danger. So if you're getting too close to the snake, their rattle is going to be faster and it's a higher frequency. It's like a higher pitch. And some animals can't even hear this pitch. So it's a higher frequency and a higher pitch. And humans think that it's closer than it really is.
Oh, wow.
When we hear a rattlesnake, it reverberates and it plays in our ear at a sound that's way higher and way louder that makes it sound like it's much closer.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel good, but like, don't get too comfortable.
Right. So it's deceptive. It makes you think the danger is imminent.
Closer.
Yeah.
Yes. Which is like not the worst thing.
No, I like that.
So, right. So then I was thinking, I was like, okay, well, you know, the human ear didn't get like developed for that, but like, isn't that an interesting connection?
Yeah. But what is the reason they rattle though? Because
so like I said, one of the theories was that a bunch of different animals eat snakes. So they were saying that it's like a homing beacon, which is a dumb theory. That the animal has something that's like, oh, come here, come get me.
Come on.
No, that sounds stupid. Somebody else in the article said that. And I make it sound like they were just interviewing random dudes in the street. Somebody else said, no, one of the rattlesnake specialists theorized, or the researchers or biologists.
Sarah's like, this idiot.
Yeah, this idiot over here said that maybe it had to do with large mammals like buffalo or bison and possibly stepping on snakes.
Okay.
But that seems also like...
prevent that?
A big, like, I mean, yeah, we have a lot of buffalo and bison, but also like snakes can hear the vibration. So like, just get on the ground, dude.
Yeah, good point.
It seems like there are some holes there, but also gross thing to know about the rattler. It's made from keratin, which is the same stuff as your hair and nails.
What is made of keratin?
The rattler.
Oh, the actual rattle part.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, my
hollow
God.
Keratin. Interlocking sections of hollow keratin.
Ooh, that is spooky.
They give you the heebie-jeebies. Oh, I can't say that word again.
Well,
right.
we don't know. That's just
we don't know.
Rumor
That's
has
right.
It. We'll
We went down a. That's I see where we're full circle.
Here's the thing, though. I guess one thing if it turns out to be so, nobody knows that or is using it for that reason. Yeah. It's kind of like that thing where everyone started sharing that ice cream truck song is racist origins, whatever. For a couple weeks, that was like all the rage. Yeah. But nobody knows it, and so I feel like it's lost its potency, and then, like, who cares? But maybe I'm wrong about that.
Yeah. But also, like, if you were to say, oh, the word bitch that we use freely and openly has, like sexist origins, it wouldn't make me want to, like, not use it.
Yeah, but everyone still uses it in a sexist way. Not everyone, but a lot of people still do.
Okay, I see. So I can. I see. It's
But I don't
interesting.
Know. Just something to think about.
Yeah, it is. There's another story that I have, but we'll have to save it for another day because it's like a whole debate that we'll talk about. Anyways,
don't you love that?
Yes, and this one like blew my mind. So that's like a teaser for.
That's
like,
one of my favorite things about our show. Actually, is that like. There's not a lot of certainty.
There's not a lot of certainty on anything these days.
It's an accurate reflection of the world in which we live, that the dualistic idea of like, this is black and white, good and evil, is false. So I feel like debates are great.
We don't even know how fucking close that snake is.
Yeah, we're idiots.
We're idiots.
What do we know?
We don't know at all. Yeah. Anyways, I do have some other interesting facts about snakes. These snakes. First of all, there are more than 35 species of rattlesnakes that live in the Americas.
Wow, I just
That's
thought
a
there
lot.
was the one.
And now I know all about species and genuses and all that from that book too. And I was like, oh, so species can breed together. And they can make offspring that can also have they make fertile offspring. But different species, even if they're belonging to the same, I don't remember the other term. Something else. Mm-hmm. Like a donkey and a horse. Man, if you there were a lot of questions. After I read that book, I will be a better podcast host.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because you know how, like, you know, we talk about, there are a lot of things where we're like, yeah, I don't know. What the hell kind of animal is that? Is that, is that a dog? Is that a cat family? Is that a, like, veterinarians and doctors who listen to our show are always like, oh, for fuck's sake, that is so wrong. Like, they're always like, what are they talking about?
You know how you say the reason you love buffets is because you like a little of a lot?
Yeah.
I mean, that's essentially what this show is.
We are a buffet.
Like, we know a little bit about everything.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I love a buffet.
This is like an information buffet that you're at.
Info buffet.
Yeah.
In fact, that would be not, you know what I would like? My ultimate, like my heaven would be a buffet and then also at the same time an info buffet.
Yes.
Like,
right.
To be able to like listen to that, like have a buffet and then
learn.
And if I could hang out with Phoebe buffet.
Yeah. Well, when I was on vacation, they had the buffets open, but the difference was that they had people, you have to be like, can you give me eggs or whatever? And I think it's an example of one of those things where they're going to say that they're doing it because of COVID forevermore now, but really it's because it saves them money because you are going to take less if you have to ask for everything.
But here's the thing. I hear that they have to throw out a crazy amount of food. So do they really want us to take less? If I were them, I'd be like, pile that shit up on the plate. If they eat, you know, this much of the, I don't know, what's fucking cheap? Like bread, rice and beans.
Yeah.
Then maybe they won't eat the steak.
All right.
You know,
I guess it could
you
go
limit
either
what
way.
they like. It could.
I think there's a lot of these things, though, that companies are like, oh, it's because of COVID, but it's also because it saves them a ton of money.
For sure.
Yeah.
I really wish that I had invested in plexiglass.
Well, I don't know. They say that makes it worse now.
What?
They
COVID?
said that all the plexiglass things that have been put up have been shown to not help and sometimes make it worse, the spread.
Oh. Well, I need a large piece of plexiglass to put my snake skin in, so I'm gonna.
Did you talk about that on the show?
I don't think I did.
You should tell them about that monstrosity.
Yeah, that Barry gave me a really cool gift. He gave me a bull snake skin that he skinned and smoked and all that. It's like
it's so funny. It's like
caveman. It's so cool. It's like ready to go up on the wall.
It's very beautiful.
It's so beautiful. I feel like it would look so cool, like above a window, a big window, like stretched out above my office window.
Well, and just so we're clear,
powerful.
Barry killed this snake. This isn't like he found it or whatever.
He killed
this mofo.
Yeah.
Then he ate it?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It's like full. This is like how like survival mode.
Does he enjoy that?
I think so.
Oh my. Okay, so then he saved the skin and gifted it to Sarah because she has a fear of snakes, as you know.
Yes.
And he's helping her overcome it.
Yes. And he did that with fire. Now I'm cool with fire. I'm like, shit, nothing catches on fire. You know how hard it is to light something on fire? Try. Go ahead. Here's some sticks. Here's an actual ember that's burning. Go light that thing on fire. Nope. Oh, you can't? Okay. Well, so now I'm fine.
I want to, Dahlia, can you do a poll of Brainiacs and find out, like, how many of them would like to receive a gift that included, like, something, you know, like a snake skin or a bear skin or antlers or something, you know, a hunted
But you also
trophy.
have to, yes, and you also have to know that this is part of, like, the use all of the animal situation, not like an animal, like, oh, I killed
Game
this
hunting.
and now I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
That I would, like, never do.
No.
So weird. I'm, like, so anti. In fact, I had like, I don't know, kind of like a come to Jesus moment or something like that. I am really in the market for... and, like, really want a, like, taxidermied or whatever you call it, butterfly. You know those butterflies in, like, the case? I freaking love them. They're all over Costa Rica. And in Costa Rica, there are, like, butterfly farms and everything like that. So I get that there would be, like, the ability to make these or put these together. Yeah. I have never in my life seen a dead butterfly in the ground on nature because they get eaten. They get eaten up by birds, things like that. So it feels like if I'm getting it from anywhere, like it might have just been like killed, just for trophy. I don't know. But I was like, I was actively searching for these for a long time online. And then I was like, ooh, and like other bugs are cool. Like these are the kind of Halloween items where I see Halloween stuff and I'm like, well, I want the real thing. Like, I want some like, what were they called? Emperor beetles or something like that. I was like, I could
pretty.
Totally take beetles in that would look fucking cool. And I've got like a big old poster of butterflies with like the type like names and everything under it. And I'm like, that'd be cool to have some real ones. Okay, so then I'm taking Bo for a walk just like 2 days ago, right after I found the clover, and which, by the way, I've been searching for more. Haven't found it again.
No.
So that was extra lucky. That was crazy.
So it's not as common as we hoped.
I don't know. I'll give it another good shot.
Yeah.
I've just been like, I feel like I haven't been doing the flirty eye as much.
Yeah, right. That's the problem.
Okay. So I'm walking Bo, and I go right down my stairs, and I go right to the corner of the grass, and I see something moving, and what do I see? The most beautiful praying mantis, like just hanging out, being a little praying mantis. And it was at that moment where I was like, I don't think I could unless I know that the bug has been killed died of natural causes, I can't put a bug up on my wall. I know. Is that weird?
I know what you're saying. I never thought about it, though. I have one with beetles in it, and they are propped up like the actual beetles.
They're playing instruments.
Yeah, and it is super
love that one.
But I never thought about, I wonder how these guys died.
Yeah, and then I saw a June bug that came and flew. Oh my God. I have this screen on my door that is one of those screens that you can walk through that has a teeny tiny little opening. And, if you don't close the magnets all the way, but it had an opening in it. This freaking June bug, or whatever those big, huge bugs are that make the really loud noises, I think they're called June bugs. I don't know. That's what I've always called them. Some beetle or something like that. And it's flying around my head for 20 minutes. And then it manages to sneak into my house in the smallest opening at the very bottom of the screen. I'm like, you really, really wanted to go inside, didn't you?
That's impressive.
It really was. And it was the same day that I saw the praying mantis. So I feel like nature was giving me a big old lesson of these are your buddies. You can't stick needles through them and put them up on your walls. For some reason, it's okay with the snake skin and stuff. But I felt a sense of guilt.
Yeah.
You
might be getting more comfortable with snakes, but I can't imagine you see them as your buddies yet.
I don't, but I do with bugs. Is this weird?
That's nice.
I do feel like that. Yeah.
It's like Marsha Brady's first date with Harvey Klinger. He was a bug enthusiast, Sarah.
Harvey Klinger! That would be the name of a bug enthusiast, because bugs kind of cling. Just like Smuckers, people kind of make stuff that smacks.
Somebody just put on Twitter that I don't even know if this is true, but they just realized that Mr. Belding's name is a pun, like Bell Ding, Saved by the Bell.
I never realized that.
Do you think it was intentional or just coincidence?
Well, fuck, I think it's coincidence.
Not intentional.
I think it's one of those things that's
yeah, primed.
They didn't think it was coincidence, but oh my God, I can't believe we didn't realize that.
Yeah.
That it was so close, but right in front of their face.
Yeah,
I think that was accidentally on purpose kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's cool.
Yeah, let's wind it down.
I love that. Wind it down. I won't even give you any more facts on snakes. So
well, you can if you're dying to.
Oh, I'm
dying like freaking Willard Scott.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know who he is, so I can only feel so bad, but R.I.P.
No, he had a good life. He was the original Ronald McDonald as well. You're welcome.
Well, that seems like the thing he would be most known for, Susie.
It isn't, though. He's most known as being a weatherman on the Today Show.
Oh. Okay, that makes sense.
But that's real
That
nice.
seems like also a weird career that would come for that.
That's the thing. Like back in the day, those people, like even like Betty White, when you hear the trajectory of her career, it's like, wow, they had like 9 lives, these people.
They were they were doing the equivalent that day of spinning the signs.
Yes.
On the street corner. You know, there is no job too small. I think that's it.
They were hustlers.
Yeah, this reminds me of those McDonald's memes that I see of how, like, McDonald's has aged into a sad, depressed person like the rest of us. Or those, like, pictures of, like, McDonald's and, like, the seats that were, like, the clowns and, like, fun, happy shit. And now it's, like, everything looks like the inside of an office from, like, the early 2000s. Have you seen these?
Wow, no.
I'm going to send you one of those. People send
Yeah.
Susie those. They're everywhere. And there are so many examples, and it's so sad, and it's so true. So we need the world to do what you're doing and bring back the giggles and just, like,
Yes,
make
please.
things fun and lively and bright again. And
Yeah, it is wonderful. I'll tell you what.
I mean, it took us a million years to get fucking coffee lids. So I mean...
Let's celebrate every small victory.
Who knows where we're going with this. I really talked about not much today.
You did. That's not true. You talked about rattlesnakes and witchy hot takes and...
Witchy hot takes?
and your snake
Oh
skin.
my God.
I think we covered
Witchy
a lot.
hot takes.
Yeah.
I'm going to write that down. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
And
Oh my
then,
God.
you know, like...
We wrote a book.
we. Yeah, don't sell yourself short here, Sarah. We made a lot of progress.
Oh my gosh. Well, that was fun. You make me laugh.
Don't
Yeah.
forget to check out our patreon.com/braincandy and our merch, which Sarah has been
my
making
God.
beautiful designs you will love.
So fun. I'm obsessed with that backpack.
So
I'm going to, like,
cool.
re-enroll in, like, a community college
Right.
just so I can go to school and show off that backpack.
So cute. Thank you for listening, everybody. Don't forget to leave us a 5-star review.
Bye.
Bye.